Okay, we're back. We're back. We're in the last stream. This is the last stream of the night. This one's not gonna be as long, so I gotta go to bed soon. But I'm gonna drink another beer. We don't have any bobber activity. We were doing a voice chat talking about a theoretical trade system, and that really soaked up a lot of time there. But I thought it was important to talk about in the Discord so that people could understand that we're asking questions. What do you guys got? Do we have any kind of updates, or is everybody petered out by now in terms of the rioters? Did they get tired, or what? They're not very professional if they're tired, because it's only 2:48, and if they were real revolutionaries, it would go all night. Good morning, Wayward Havoc. So they're still rioting and burning. Can we get a quick? Is it possible? Can we get a quick update on current activity? Do we have any new cities, or is it the same ones just continuing? It needs more cowbell. What do you mean, Duncan? In the riots, you mean, or in the stream here? Yeah, no problem, Polar. Tucson PD has things under control. The Tucson PD can't have things that much under control because they had a Rothschild as the mayor. Did you know that? Tucson, Arizona had a Rothschild mayor. Bet you guys didn't know that, unless you're from Tucson. Yeah. Tucson. I don't think he's there anymore. He probably rotated out. But yeah, they had or maybe he is. I don't know. Can somebody look up the current mayor of Tucson? I can't back out of the stream to look it up because it'll kill the stream. DC is still partying. Yeah, it will continue to pick up. I just mean for the night. For the night, it's gonna. Regina Romero. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so Rothschild moved out. When did Rothschild go? Out of Tucson. Hello, Zapov. Zapov's a wild boy. He writes wild stuff in here. Sometimes I can't even understand what he's saying. I have no idea. I have no control over the. I mean, I probably do have significant control technically in the Discord, but I don't even know how to use Discord. So I don't know what is going on in there. So if somebody got kicked out, apologies, but it wasn't me. White supremacists? Well, I don't. Do you guys really think that there's actually white supremacists? I have a strong suspicion that doesn't really even exist. You're a little. Zopov is a little deeply offended. Well, you just have to put more specificity, because I think I generally get what the stuff that you write, but sometimes when you write it, I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else, because you don't direct it or anything, and you talk to multiple people in the stream. So that's what I mean by I can't understand, because it's like if you're saying one thing to somebody else, then it can mean something completely different than if you're talking to me. Yeah, See, this is what I'm talking about. What is widespread? And who are you talking to? Touche, Zapov. Touche. They're Israeli agents in Richmond? How'd they get that? Are they jumping to conclusion, or they have were they wearing yarmulkes? Now, if we're going to speculate, if we're going to be doing speculation that we don't really know about, what I would say is a high probability is that you currently have some slush funded NGOs that have all coordinated prior to this, and they've unleashed all these fucking events at one time across the United States. And they're going to be obscure small NGOs that just got money injection and got set up right before this, so that nobody knows their history or track record and shit. They're like temporary stand-up NGOs just to facilitate the the transfer of money and to be able to disseminate money to cause all this shit at one time. And then once they're done with this, they'll just kind of go away. Whenever that may be. 90s LA riots? I have no idea. I have a feeling no. LA, so here's the thing, right? You have a huge power base in LA. So you have people in LA that can't get killed. So, and a lot of them. And so whenever I see shit in LA, it's I don't know, but I suspect that it is organic, and then they're just somehow containing it. You know what I mean? Because you couldn't have if fucking LA went fucking buck wild, that shit would be bad, and you would see pretty big exodus out of LA of people, because there's you have a serious concentration of powerhouse influencers in LA. They're untouchables. I mean, you have Jacob Rothschild has a son that lives in LA, and so does Evelyn Rothschild. Evelyn Rothschild's son also lives in LA. So that's you have they have multiple houses. They also live in Switzerland, but you basically have an incredibly comparatively a vulnerable situation. We have the dynasty heirs are going about their nightlife in LA. So you can't really have of course organic shit can pop off, but they're gonna put a lot of resources into LA to control anything that was actually dangerous, because you have so many fucking important people there. Yeah, you literally have Nat Rothschild, which is the son of Jacob Rothschild. Jacob Rothschild is the most recent creator of Israel, and his son lives in fucking Los Angeles, right in front of lives on one of the highest points in Los Angeles, overlooking Los Angeles. And you've got fucking David de Rothschild, which is Evelyn de Rothschild's son. That'd be Lynn Forster de Rothschild and Evelyn de Rothschild. That's the British house. That's the second arm of the British house. They've got a boy that lives in Venice Beach. So that's you get what I'm saying. So pretty much if Jacob died and then there was a loss of control and Nat got taken out, then it's you don't have a fucking heir to the fucking Baron line. So it's pretty important. So I would guess that anything going on in Los Angeles is either being tightly contained, or it's totally controlled from the get-go or something like that. To answer your question, that was a long way to answer your question. I'm trying to be thorough though and not hold back. I'm trying to just give you the fucking goods here. Yeah. So this Boog that's going on right now is not the fucking. Yeah. I know about the AutoZone guy. The AutoZone guy, what is his name? Peterson. So, the deal with Josh, have a good night. Thanks for all your help. Appreciate it. Get some rest, bro. I'm going to sleep soon too. All right, yeah, get in the zone, AutoZone. Okay, so AutoZone boy is there is a possibility that it is the fucking cop. Obviously, the actual perp, like the identity of the perp, has not been 100% connected to the cop, as far as I'm concerned. But I could be wrong. There could be more shit that happened because this was like 6 hours ago. The cop, I was able to like validate that the cop that people are thinking is the same guy. At least on the cop side of it, that is a real dude, and I like but he has nothing suspicious in his fucking record, but he actually exists. It's not like a fake name or anything like that. The really suspicious thing about the cop is that right when that shit happened, within like, I mean, you had like articles within like 4 to 6 hours, multiple articles from like second tier MSM claiming that the cop is not the Umbrella Man, which is like because the Umbrella Man is pretty obscure anyway, and like I kind of doubt that the general public is tracking this anyway. It's almost more suspicious that like I counted like 6 second tier MSM articles all published within 3 hours of each other. That all the entire like purpose of the articles were to state that like the cop is not the Umbrella Man, and the source that they cite, like the informational basis that they're driving that thesis from, is from the public relations officer in St. Paul, Minnesota, and that's it. So it's like the department that is like affiliated with this guy that he works for is the authority source that is giving the information, the denial that it's not the same person, which is not very sound. Like that is not a very they basically say they have an airtight alibi, and they won't say what the alibi is. Yeah, so you don't want to get wrapped in the weeds about specificity, right? So what you would want to do if you're in an area with these riots taking place, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to like, especially if you're PD, because PD has a lot more latitude. So if you're an LEO watching this, and if you're in an area with riots, like and you know that shit is like not on the up and up, or have that gut feeling, like, of course, I guess it's probably like needless to say that you might not be able to trust your brass, because they're probably not going to let you investigate like what is going on. But if you wanted to take initiative on your own, the way to do it would be to, like what I would do is I would go to airport or hotels rather that are common for incoming, people that are not from there when they come in on into the airport, and they go get a rental car and like stay at a hotel. I would go to those hotels and I would look around and try to identify rental cars, or if they drove in like out of state cars. And then beyond that, what I would do is I would try to smooth talk the staff at the hotel in an unofficial capacity that's not on record, and see if you can get them to like, just use the angle of like, man, the riots are crazy, like people are getting hurt. I need to look into this shit, and then see if you can get fucking hotel logs. See if they'll let you look at the fucking hotel logs like off record, where you're not even using a like a warrant or anything. Because a lot of times they'll do it. You know what I mean? Like they will. The cops do that shit all the time. You might as well do it for good. You might as well fucking figure out who's destroying the United States. Okay, that's interesting. So Ray 338 claims that National Guard is going AWOL, so they had to pull active Army MPs, and only 50 out of 500 showed up. So if that is the case, if that is true, which I don't know, that's not verified, but if that is the case, that would mean that you have like mass perception that people know like fucking shit is not right. That's what I would assume. I can't wait to check the email to see. Hopefully like more than fucking 10 people sent emails, like war vets sent emails to join the AWVOC. I guess we'll find out. They'll come around eventually, I promise, because like shit is fucked up and it's not gonna fucking go away. I don't think we have a buy on the line. The bobber appears to be holding still. Yeah. You guys. So this is how you deal with like you guys need to stop being paranoid. In terms of, I'm talking about like dealing with the Fed situation. So you guys need to, if you're online and you're communicating with people, don't worry about the Fed situation. And like anything that you would say that would get you in trouble is something that you shouldn't say anyway, whether there are Feds or not. And you know, like we've got to really push to try to fucking get as many fucking Feds on board and realize the clusterfuck of the situation and the severity of the consequences that are coming, so that they like can start to move into the mindset of like, you know, making the decision if they're going to support the population of the United States or if they're going to fucking support the banks, because the people that are, you know, like doing this shit to people are like, I don't know. I mean, they may have a lot of power and money right now, but like I think there's, you know, there's some serious misjustice that's going on in the entire world, and it's kind of like encapsulated in the identity of the United States. So like, you know, we're almost like the avatars for the injustice of the rest of the world, and the world is looking at us to show them a model of how to react to this situation that is a long build-up. It's not just like this month. This is just a continuation of everything that's fucked up at the world for like fucking, you know, since 9/11. I mean, before that really, but for young people, you know, their memory kind of ends there. So we are being looked at in the United States as like the model of like, how do we get out of this? Whether people want to admit that or not. I know there's a lot of animosity against the United States right now from the rest of the world, but in the underside of it, like the underbelly of it, if you turn it over, that's really what's going on, is that they're looking for a model of like, how is the United States going to get out of this? Like, is there going to be leadership arise that's like righteous and truthful? And how you should view this, if you like LEO or whatever, you should you know, you should view this as an opportunity to live your best life and to face truth in a way that's going to reflect it to society as a model to inspire them, you know, because this is not a you need to forget about the you know, like the sense of nationalism is important, but you got to get heat off the United States to be successful. You got to get this awakening to go worldwide. You got to get people in all countries to realize that they are in control of their destiny, and that you know, shit's fucked up. And if they want to fix it, they're gonna have to fucking fix it themselves. Oh, the rioters noticed they didn't have ammo for the nasty girls in Minneapolis. Yeah. So now to speak on that, they're talking about in the comments here. They're talking about you know, this is all speculation, right? They're talking about the like how they had to pull National Guard because they didn't have ammo. They had to pull like active military into, you know, filling that role to have just like a minimal amount of personnel there to have a show of force. So like, yeah, it's 100% coordinated. Yeah, this is all coordinated. You guys are experiencing what Germany experienced when they had a fucking fake ass communist revolution. So what you're going to want to look for now is that, you know, the people that are behind this, like the actual force that's intended to come in and take over shit, is going to remain hidden until this thing escalates into like warfare and we kill each other off. And so then you won't find out who they are until the end. And that's historically established by both the history of Germany's communist revolution and Russia's Bolshevik revolution in 1917. In the Bolshevik revolution, you actually had, you had at least like 4 major elements, and then in some of those elements, you had multiple further breakdown of elements, and they all fucking fought each other. And the responsible party for the revolution was actually the Bolshevik Party, and their counterpart, like within their like broad group, was the Menshevik Party. And the Menshevik Party got fucking like rolled up into the Bolshevik Party. The people behind the Bolshevik Party, that would be like Lev Bronstein, better known as Leon Trotsky, and like people like that are really like the heavy hitters, the organizers of the Bolshevik Revolution in 1917 in Russia, which caused a lot of fucking people to die. But the fucking they hid out until the very end when they calculated that their power differential was strong enough to be able to like come out in the open, and they just fucking took everything over. But until that point came, they were fucking like holding the fuck back. And I would guess that that's the exact same thing that's happening here, is that whoever's really like the chain of funding that's really causing the shit through NGOs, whoever's coordinating it, they're going to have like a party in standby, ready to like influence and take over. And it's probably going to be way more diffused than like the Bolshevik, because the Bolshevik was just a straight up like kill the fucking czar, and then we're going to have a civil war, and then we hang out until we're strong enough to just like rise to the top. Because the United States is very different, you're probably going to have like a diffused, decentralized group through the fucking executive independent agencies, I would guess, and the executive cabinet, like Trump's cabinet. Yeah. So this is all. I never read Gulag Archipelago, but I'm familiar with it. I've read lots of like short blips from it, and then I've watched a lot of, it's a popular book, so I've seen a lot of media where people discuss it. And on here claims that Yellowstone is going to blow next month, and that we should screen cap it. So I just screen capped it in the video that'll stay up. Zopov, you're gonna have to be a little more specific, because I don't follow where you're coming from there. This is the same conversation we were having earlier. If I get Will Hinton asked if I could go back in time and tell Germany what to do, what would you tell him? I would tell Germany exactly what the fuck I've been trying to fucking tell you guys painstakingly for weeks now with redundant videos, is that you have to be motivated enough, which is unfortunately appears to only going to be possible by your suffering and witnessing of loss around you, which is fairly natural. I don't blame you. I'm just saying that's like kind of a human nature, like general human nature aspect. But you're going to have to get to the point where you become motivated enough to realize that like everything around you is fucking fake, and that the entire goods are in you and your acceptance of the system, and that your only hope of like recovery and salvation is to put yourself in a position where you're independent and not reliant on the resources that the government as it is provides, because they have a total monopoly of the supply line of everything, both financially and also physically. Like they own the fucking trucks, they own the fucking routes, they own the fucking docks where the fucking shit gets imported from. You gotta just like get rid of the import, forget about it, don't try to take the import, get the fucking import out of here. You need to start producing material for yourself. And that has to happen somehow in mass to have any kind of effectiveness. I mean, you got to start on the individual level, so we should all be working on it in whatever capacity we can of getting independent and providing our own, whatever we consume on a daily basis, like taking an inventory of it mentally and saying, like, do I really need this? And if not, get the fuck rid of it. If you do need it, then figure out how to fucking produce it yourself. And only by doing that are you going to get into a position where you have the flexibility and autonomy to make any further decision whatsoever. Because right now, as the way that things are, everything is controlled top down. And, resistance is futile as long as that exists. You could make the biggest fucking militia that you want, and it's not going to matter. Because when you buy your ammo, you're going to be fucking buying it from the people that are doing this. Ultimately. You have to detach yourself from this virus that is infused into the system. And you can't really do that. And there's only two ways that you can do that. One is you can destroy everything, or you can fucking just back off and stop using it, right? Backing off and stopping using it is better because it creates a clear divide, and then they have to come to you. It doesn't, just because you start using your own shit and making everything for yourself and getting off the dependence of the hand that feeds you, doesn't mean that they're not going to come after you. It just means that it's a clear-cut case where you can have a well-defined line of nope, we provide for ourselves, and then now they have to find justification to come into your shit and fuck with you to try to get you to not accept your own shit that you're providing yourself and to go with their system. When they do that, it's going to totally draw them out in the open and draw the ire of every human being that witnesses it. And so this is a necessary step for any kind of organic, true escape out of this situation. What they want, what the people that are doing this want, is for you to fucking go bonkers and fucking murder the fuck out of each other and get loaned whatever you use to do that by them. So that then you're just in the pocket the entire time, and you facilitate the removal of, force that's inherently distributed through the United States in our military-age males. Right? Makes sense? Okay, so I'm pretty much all about money is what Will Hinton says. Good luck, Will. No, TC says, so go be Amish. No, don't be Amish. Just fucking... okay. You guys have a good night. I'm going to sleep. Bye-bye.